Hi fellow traders, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I know we have some beautiful weather over here in South Carolina, and I'm definitely going to go out and enjoy some of it today. Not sure if it's going to last throughout the weekend, so we'll take advantage of it today. My wife is finishing up her classes and can't really do any running down to the coast like I like to do on the weekends until she finishes up. So hopefully after this weekend we'll be able to take advantage of some good weather. I'm definitely having saltwater withdrawal here. You know, I got this condition and the ocean is my only medication. And like Zach Brown says, I hope this condition is never going to go away. So I don't ever want to lose that. So let's take a look at what we did this week. Just want to remind you guys, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you do, but if there are any new watchers out there, we've got the AJT morning show where you get to come in and watch me build my watch list, get a few words of wisdom for the day, and just see how I start the day out. Now on Wednesdays, it's kind of like our free chat day, but I call it Sneak Peek Wednesdays, where you get to spend a couple hours with us in chat. You get to see exactly what we do here. And it's all about, you know, being 100% transparent and showing you just what it's like to get into day trade. You know, I'm an average guy. Started just like most of you guys want to start, and I'm showing you the struggles that we have every day. Yeah, I've been through them, and you're getting the benefit of my experience, but this is the real deal. You know, it's not a show. It's the real deal. When you see me lose, I'm losing. When you see me win, I'm winning. So just come in and check us out. I also live stream both of these on YouTube. So if you want, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Average Joe Trader, and you'll be notified when I go live. One more announcement: we are starting another Day Trading the Average Joe Way course, starting this Tuesday at 4:30. I think we're 5 classes into the one I started last month, and you know, we're really having a good time in it. And I think the traders in there, from what they tell me, they're really learning a lot, and you know, everything is really starting to come together. This class is designed to teach you from square one, you know, my strategy, everything about me and who I am as a trader, and the strategies that I use, how I use them, the things that are important to me, and how you can build your own strategy. Now you can take the template that I have and build off of it, but the whole deal is, by the end of this class, you would have developed into your own trader, that you don't need anybody else to, you know, to support what you're doing, that you know what you're doing, you can make your own decisions, and everything is revolved around your growth and your development and who you are as a trader. And that's what this class is all about. It's 100% interactive, 15 90-minute classes. I try to limit it to 25 traders. I think I have about 20 in this Saturday class, but a lot of them can't come to class every Saturday. So we usually have between 10 and 12 that are actually in the class. And you know, that works out real good, because if you can, you know, if you have a question, you can ask it and it's on the mic. You don't have to type it in. You don't have to wait for me to type an answer. It's 100% interactive. I try to give you personalized attention. The class does come with a year of chat, and with that subscription for the yearly members that we have, every week I have a education webinar where I cover some topic dealing with day trading, and that's every week. And then about twice a month we'll have a small group mentor session that's focused on specific problems that traders are having in the community, and you have access to those. You have access to a market replay platform, and you have lifetime access to the classes. So say you complete the class, anytime you want to come back and join in for a couple of classes or take the whole thing over, all you do is log in. Your login stays live. You can join any class. Even at this point, the people who are in the Saturday class, if they want to go back through one or two classes that they might have missed and they just saw the recording and they want to be in it live, they can start coming on the Tuesday class. They can pop in there at any time. So you have lifetime access. It's not limited lifetime access. It's lifetime access. And you'll have access to the recordings for your class as well. So this is a win-win situation. Now the price is $9.99, and I think it's still a bargain for everything that you get. And the next class is starting not April 18th, is April 25th. I had the dates mixed up. I had everything confused, put it that way. To be honest with you, I had everything I was doing confused. So make sure you come join us. It'll be April 25th at 4:30. And if you have any questions, just reach out and I'll be glad to answer them. Also, one more thing I want to throw out. There was some other traders who wanted access to just the recordings. They didn't care about the live class and all that stuff. I do have a package available that will give you access just to the recorded classes. So if you're interested in that, just reach out. I don't know if it was just those handful of traders that only wanted to deal with that, but I figured if I'm gonna do it for them, I'll throw it out there and see if anybody else would be interested in it. But just get with me and I can tell you what that's about. Alright, so my goals in April, just to remind you, I'm focusing on trading 200 to 500 share positions. I have gone over 5. I have gone up to 8, and I guess 1,000 on a couple of occasions, but mainly trying to focus on 2 to 500 share positions. I'm trading using, I started with 5,000, and my goal was to focus on my focus. I was having issues dealing with a lot of other things versus focusing on my trading, and that's understandable, considering I just started this community toward the end of January, and this is a big undertaking. It's bigger than I thought it would be. A lot more time consuming, but I enjoy working with traders. I enjoy teaching, so it's really not like work to me. But so I needed to focus on my focus while I was in trades. Focus on sticking to my stops. Now I messed up again this week on one where I didn't stick to my stop and took a larger than normal loss, but that was only one time I did it. I needed to focus on my patience and waiting for the setups to come. I think I did a little bit better job on that this week. The big stop out I had, the big loss I had where I didn't follow my stop out, ironically was the one that I lost the most money on. I didn't wait for the setup. I lost the most money on it because I didn't stick to my stop. I just blew that trade all the way around. My other goal was to continue to grow my account and to make $5 grand by the end of the month. So my goal is to make $5 grand this month, $5 grand in May, fund my IB account with $10 grand, and then we can start going over some swing trading strategies that I use. And I'll show you how that can help you really grow your account so that before you know it, you'll be at 25K. You'll be able to day trade and swing trade, and you'll have a well-rounded base so that you can make a living trading. It's not as easy as people make it out to be. A lot of these other community education communities are selling you a dream, and you're buying it and you're watching the show every day, and that's what it is. It's a show. It's not real life. So you want to make sure that if you're going to follow somebody, that you're following them in real life, that it's not a dog and pony show. You're actually watching trading. You're actually learning the strategies that work trading live, and that's what makes a difference. So, and that's why this is taking a long time. That's why we're not growing as fast as some people say you can grow or that you should grow, because it's not realistic. It's possible, yeah. There are people out there that are above average and that can do above average things. But for most of us, we're just average people who are putting in above average work. And everything that we do is above average. And that's how we're going to get to be successful. Alright, so let's look at my weekly stats here. 13, 24, 75, and this was extremely happy with that, considering Wednesday I was sitting at around $500 profit. Thursday and Friday were really strong days for me, so nice to see it's 13.24. Only a 61% profitability rate, and it's because of what I realized later in the week. I was trying to force these short trades when the market was not conducive to shorting, and I kept trying to short, passing up these longs, and I only took 2 longs and got both of them right, 100%. There were a lot more out there that I could have taken and made money on, but I was just stuck in this shorting rut, and I'm trying to get myself out of that to where I can look both ways, and I start trading the same stock both ways. It's there. The opportunity is there, and I have to start taking advantage of it. So you're going to start seeing me, do that a little bit more often. But 61.76% profitability rate, positive. That's how much I was right. My average winning trade, 121.58. Average losing trade, 94.50. That's still pretty bad. And all of that is because I took a higher than normal loss. 229.69 should not have been there. I shouldn't have lost any more than $100 on this trade. But not only was I impatient going in, I was too patient getting out, and I just let it run up on me. So that was my mistake. I think I talked about it this week in one of my recap videos. It's what happens. It's what we deal with sometimes. Sometimes we think we're smarter than the market, or we know more than what the market is showing us, and we don't listen, and we end up getting burned. And that's exactly what happened here. So looking at my chart, these are my last 20 trades here. Yeah, there's a lot of red strikes on here, but the green ones are good. I mean, I have very few small winners here. 70 right here on FL when I didn't get to follow through. Tesla was this overnight hold that we didn't get a follow through on. This was only on 50 shares. And V, this was a high float stock that I really shouldn't have been trading to start with. It was a lot higher float, but I thought we were getting some decent moves. But by the time I got in it, it was just trading within a range, and you can see I shorted it first, shorted it again, still got a small move, and then got in it again. Just dumb. But you know, sometimes that's just the way we are. So here's, you know, my chart was still grinding up here. You know, we had that bad last week in March, and we just kind of recovered. And now I'm getting, you know, a couple of sideways days here, a couple of sideways days here, but we're continuing to trend up, and that's what I want to see in this. I want to see us continue to trend up. All right, so my monthly stats. My total gross profit, total net profit, $48.93. So I'm less than $200 away from the goal I set for my my month. Now, just to reiterate my feelings about setting goals. I do not believe in setting daily goals, daily profit goals. Yes, I have a daily max loss. That's in place to protect my account while I'm trying to grow it. And it keeps you from blowing up your account while you're still learning to trade. So I use max loss stops. I use max loss for days. And that's why I'm able to, if I have a bad day, or if I have 2 bad days, I can still end up profitable on the week because I'm managing my losses. I'm only allowing myself to lose so much money per day. But I do not have a daily goal. I do not have a weekly goal. I have a target that I would like to hit. That would be cool if I hit, but it's not a goal. I don't like to do that because what it does is it may force you to push. And when you force yourself and you pushing yourself, that's when you start making mistakes. So don't want to do that. So I'm pretty happy. You know, I have a monthly goal where I would like to see myself at the end of the month. Now I know how much money I need to have at the end of the month to pay my bills. And eventually, once I start eclipsing that goal, and I was consistently bringing in more money than I needed to pay out, I had some money in the bank. You know, I had saved some money, and I had an account that I didn't have to worry about pattern day trader rule or anything like that. That's when I went full time. Now, you know, with the confidence that I have in Suretrader, I realize now that I could have done this earlier, you know, a long time ago. I just hadn't developed confidence in myself. You know, I proved to myself that I could take $5,000 a month and live off of it. I can trade in Suretrader off $5,000 a month and make a living. You know, who can't live off of $5,000 a month? But you got to realize you need to pull money out for your taxes. You need to make sure you put money in your savings. You know, you want to make sure that you're doing these things and not spending all this extra money because the tax man's going to come and You know, the market's going to come calling sometimes. It's going to be slow, or it's going to ask you to pay your dues. And if you don't have the money, it's going to hurt you. So money management is something that you really, before you look into going full time, to make sure that you have that in place. Because without that, you're going to have some issues moving forward. So I hope you guys, had a great week. If you didn't, let's do some reflection this week, and let's try to get back on the right track. And that's what helps me a lot with what I'm doing is I reflect. I reflect on my trades, I reflect on my week, and that's when I realized that I was trying to short when the market is clearly telling me I need to be long biased. And the tickers that I'm trying to short, they don't have follow through. They are weak. They're not setting up for longs, but they don't have a follow through because the market is not there for it. And I have to listen to that. That's what I have to do. Alright, so if you want to get in touch with me, here's my contact information. I've got my Instagram up and running. So eventually I'm going to have all of this stuff integrated with the new website. Should have that ready to go by June 1st. We'll have some more content in there for you. It'll be a easier place for you to find everything that I put out. So it's going to be a real interactive community when I get through it, when we get through with it. So we've got some college interns working on it. These guys are amazing. There's no way I can be as creative thinking as these guys are. So really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, this is my information. If you have any questions, you want to ask me anything, feel free. I am an open book. If you're in chat, everything is an open book. I'm as transparent as you ever want to be. I guess sometimes I may be too transparent. But the key is to share with you guys exactly what it takes to make it in day trading. Alright, so that wraps it up for me this week. We're going to see if we can finish this month strong. And I don't have any pressure on me. I only need right at $150 to have $5 grand. And I'm not scary enough to where if I hit it Monday, I'll just quit. I'm going to keep trading, but that's all it takes. And once I get it, I'm not going to allow myself to give it back. So that I will tell you. Once I get it, I'm not giving it back. So I might even withdraw it the day I get it, so that I won't have an issue, going overboard with it. But hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you at 8:30 bright and early on Monday morning for another TGIM. So see you guys and have a great weekend.